even in a married couple, there is what we call marital rape. You can, a woman who is married experiencing sexual violence, and the indicators are saying that 1 woman in every 10 women who are married, they are suffering marital rape. So sexual violence comes in whereby, 1, there are other forms of violence that comes before even sexual violence comes in. Then I'll bring in like now the economic violence, whereby due to poverty, which is a major cause of gender-based violence, and economically a man cannot provide for the family, you understand that this man will come, the man has come without food, no food to put on the table in the evening, and when he comes, the reception that he receives in the house is that there will be no talking. That's another form of violence. There is no food for him. We have realized that most men are undergoing very severe form of violence. Even silence in the house. That's a form of, it all goes and it affects the psychological aspect of the man. And you understand that this man is now becoming very emotionally disturbed, psychologically disturbed. And now before even the sexual violence comes in, you see now there is a series of so many abuses that have preceded the sexual violence.
Yes.
When it comes now to the act itself, and there is even absence of conjugal rights for the man, that is sexual abuse for men. So when we talk about sexual violence, is that men nowadays are even more sexually abused. Marital, I'm talking about the marital abuse.
Yes.
Whereby now men lack conjugal rights. From there is silence, there is nothing. The man now becomes psychologically tortured. There is a lot of emotional conditions. Mental health comes in, depression comes in, manic episodes comes in, and then now physical violence comes in. Physical violence in homes comes in as a result of hunger.
Yes.
When the man is angered after those other violences have been done, now we are going to see what we are now calling the physical violence at home. And at home is only one of the places where sexual abuse can occur.
Yes.
And I'm just talking about the couple. In the setting of a home, when these start occurring, there is now an extension of the abuse, now from parents to the children. You know, now children will be psychologically abused. There will be emotional torture, because when there is physical abuse, fights starts, and when fight starts, it is out of what we didn't see. The children did not understand. The neighbors did not understand what's happening. What the neighbors are seeing is the result of the man being denied food, conjugal rights. They didn't see that come.
Yes.
So what they will see, the manifestation will be the physical abuse. Now the physical abuse, when it comes now, the children comes in. They are psychologically abused. From there, within the home, another thing that can happen, what is happening nowadays is that the relationships that are being, the relationship within the family, either may it be between the father, the child, the uncles, the aunties, anybody who is coming within the household.
Yes.
You realize now we extend now the abuses from the parents to the kids, or from the parents within the children, where there is physical abuse. And mostly what we have experienced on the ground is that where there is a stepmother, a stepfather, you realize that now, even now, physical abuse comes. Whereby now you bring now the aspect of children in. Children are suffering within the homestead. whereby now the stepmother and the stepfather have not in good terms. And what results? The father will start physically abusing the child. And what we have realized is that rape is happening by those stepfathers. You see, a girl who has been raped not once, not twice, not thrice, by the stepfather. This is happening within our house, the household. Gender is that what we said is that gender is whereby we categorize a man or a woman according to the culturally coined aspects. What they want to, what did they say? What did the culture approve of women? What role does a woman do? And one thing that our culture has taught us is that a woman should not negotiate when it comes in terms of either sex, either money. Most of our culture and the cultural beliefs have made it a role that it is the duty of a man to decide what will be eaten. Now you decide when to have sex with a woman. Is the one who decides everything, which school the children should go. That is the culture. The community has made it a culture. And that culture will define who is a man. And now that man will use his power to exert force. And now when it comes to the children, for example, the children who are of the stepfather and the stepmother, when it comes to that point, you see now the children there cannot negotiate for anything because the father has sinned. And when the child is a teenage, the child is a girl, the father, to some extent, they advance to one sexual acts. And this child is threatened that when you say anything, I'll kill you. This child will be suffering physical abuse, psychological abuse, sexual violence. And what manifests later, they come to the facilities, the hospitals, manifesting with psychological disorders, like anxiety disorders. What are the people, they call them anxiety disorders. The child comes unconscious. There's a girl, a school-going child, unconscious. Why? We can't tell. Not unless now we take a further action of knowing what has happened. That type of abuse cannot be recognized. Home, another source of the source of abuse is when it comes to economic status of the family. And when the economic status is poor, we are living below the standards. You find that the man will start being very hungered. You'll become a prey. Everybody, the children around, will be suffering physical abuse.